champions have been crowned for another year, wrapping up an Australian Open that has broken records.
93,000 people in the gates day one, and it just never let up.
More crowds, more money, much more than just a sporting event.
And that's kind of capitalism at work in tennis. I mean, they always more is the attitude.
For American tennis journalist and author Ben Rothenberg, this is his 12th Australian Open. And this year, he noticed the crowds.
Breaking attendance records all the time on a limited footprint space means eventually you're going to be over comfortable capacity, let's say.
Tennis legend John Alexander believes Australia's Grand Slam has no choice but to keep growing.
This is a centre that is the envy of the world because it's an event that people come and enjoy the social situation, all sorts of food, all sorts of drinks, all sorts of music, and a little tennis on the side.
The off-court festivities are hard to miss here, and that part of the tournament grows every year. Australia's Grand Slam attracted 900,000 fans in 2023. This year's tournament started a day earlier with an attendance target of 1 million. No question, it's all a big success. Some say too big, but many fans here wouldn't have it any other way.
I love everything. It's like Disneyland for us.
There's nothing like Australian Open because all the things you can do.
It gets a lot of people whose interest is just not tennis, just to come here and enjoy a drink and enjoy the atmosphere.
Of course, it wouldn't be the Open without some controversy. Late finishes were still an issue, like this one featuring men's finalist Daniil Medvedev.
What is it, like 3:40 in the morning?
It's late.
I honestly, guys, I would not be here.
Some fans were left waiting on evening sessions to start, as afternoon sessions ran long. Sometimes big stars are shifted to the afternoon, and Ben Rothenberg says that's not a surprise, considering the Open's lucrative rights deal with American sports broadcaster ESPN.
It's an interesting tension between the scheduling, between U.S. interests and Australian interests, and sometimes European interests as well, these other markets that do watch this tournament heavily and do care about it. Coco Gauff is a good example, because she didn't play a night match until her semifinal when she had to. So she is someone who the tournament would have known that U.S. TV wanted at a good hour for the U.S., and they're happy to accommodate that.
John Alexander believes there are pitfalls to giving broadcasters too much sway over scheduling.
They pay to cover the event, they don't pay to run the event and schedule the event. And I think one of the first priorities has to be the product itself, which are the players. You know, you can't expect people to be playing in an athletic event at 3 o'clock in the morning and then having to double up and play a day later.
But it's not scheduling issues that keep tournament organizers up at night. It's the threat posed to lead-in events by big-money tournaments in places like Saudi Arabia.
Guys, who is Team Rafa?
All of a sudden, Rafa Nadal entered the court.
The Saudi Tennis Federation has announced a new partnership with 22-time Grand Slam winner Rafa Nadal. And there's speculation the Saudis may launch a tournament in early January that could impact the lead-up to the Open.
Now, if Saudi Arabia is targeting early January, it really would break up that whole rhythm that the tour has. So it's something that we'll just see how much the money can move things. That's the thing we've seen in sports more widely, is the Saudi money can move mountains, can make very entrenched things change. And it's just a question of how much money they'll throw at the table for tennis and how quickly that can make big changes happen.
John Alexander says the influx of Saudi money into tennis is inevitable.
Here's a group of people who want to invest money in tennis. That's got to be a good thing. Now let's get together and manage that. Let's have the peace talk before any battle. Let's not have a war and then have to smoke the peace pipe afterwards.
I'm being told it looks like Saudi Arabia is as good as done.
Word that the Women's Tennis Association is in talks to hold its season-ending finals in Saudi Arabia prompted no less than former champions Martina Navratilova and Chris Evert to call on the WTA to stay away. In an opinion piece published in the Washington Post, the pair say plans to host a showcase tournament in Saudi Arabia are entirely incompatible with the spirit and purpose of women's tennis and the WTA itself, and a tournament there would represent not progress, but significant regression. For now, the biggest stars in women's tennis are hedging their bets.
There were a lot of rumors about WTA finals going to Saudi, and we're still waiting for the decision. It was always hard for me to say, if it's good or not, because it's not easy for women in these areas, but obviously these countries also want to change and improve.
Right now, honestly, WTA is not in the strongest place it's ever been in terms of star power. Having the Williams sisters fading out of the sport, having Ash Barty was #1, leave the sport pretty abruptly. Naomi Osaka's been in and out of the sport. She's kind of the biggest superstar of the new generation. They don't have the big interest from the traditional tennis markets they always could rely on. Saudi Arabia presents itself as doing this with tennis and women's tennis to improve women's rights, but a lot of people see that as very hollow and not something that should be really trusted as just a sports washing thing.
But those challenges are on the horizon. For now, at least, for the Australian Open, this tournament was another winner.